happening in the Commonwealth. Hello, I'm Amy Zaley with the Jerusalem Connection Red Alert Report for August 10, 2022. I admire and respect Queen Elizabeth, a monarch who has reigned for longer than many folks have lived a life. Her 70th Jubilee was just this year, and her time on the throne and her oversight of the Commonwealth, I believe, is governed by God, who allows leaders to come and go at his discretion. However, the nations of the Queen's Commonwealth, well, they're displaying antisemitism at a pace that is quite alarming. I hope she is aware of this because I believe she and her family members are not anti-Semitic at all, and in fact have a deep affinity for Jews and the modern state of Israel for that matter. Her own husband, the late Prince Philip, while his mother, Princess Alice, during World War II, helped shepherd Jews out of Greece, playing and teasing the Nazi officials the entire time. As with most nations and kingdoms, the constituents and the leaders do not always display the characters of each other. The United Kingdom, where the Labour Party recently ousted Jeremy Corbyn for his anti-Semitic bent, and the COVID restrictions easing up, and the folks are returning to the public arena, we are seeing a mixed bag of progress between the fight against anti-Semitism and its rise. The online vitriol that we saw upticking during COVID appears to have lightened up a bit in the UK. However, the in-person hostilities are actually increasing. Hate crimes that manifest as physical assaults were up in the UK, while online hateful rhetoric was down. So the danger still persists. Across the pond in Canada, where approximately 380,000 Jews reside, representing barely 1% of the Canadian population, the Jewish community members were the victims of 14% of all reported hate crimes in Canada in 2021. And the Jewish Canadian population remained the most targeted religious minority of hate crimes and second overall of all crimes, according to Canada's National Statistical Agency. Quote, statistically, Canadian Jews were more than 10 times more likely than any other Canadian religious minority to report being the target of a hate crime. This according to Shimon Koffler-Fogel, President and CEO of the Center for Israel and Jewish Affairs. He goes on to say this is alarming. This report should be a call to action for all Canadians to stand against anti-Semitism and all forms of hate. While I don't in any way, shape, or form blame the sovereign monarch for the hate expressed within her Commonwealth, what I can recognize is that hearts and minds must be changed. Holocaust education, as well as teaching accurate history, well, these are key strategic avenues to change this malicious trend. And it can be applied to all school systems at every level. Collegiate academia must shed its progressive agenda and return to academic integrity, in addition to or in tandem with a spiritual shift that can only occur when replacement theology is flushed out from all the pulpits. Our goal here is to inform you of all these happenings so that you can be praying and reaching out personally to your own networks and communities to share and expose what is going on and the remedy that could fix it. What we read about in the UK and Canada is not exclusive to the UK and Canada. Several weeks ago, I reported on incidents in New Zealand and in Australia. Similar trends exist in much of Europe, and reports from the US are also plentiful. Holocaust education is one of our key projects here at the Jerusalem Connection as a form of outreach. And we also outreach into the universities via our scholarship program. Please continue to help us through prayer, sharing our information and contributions so we can not just read the news, but be active agents in changing its tide. By following our biblical mandate to advocate for Israel and the Jewish people worldwide. Shavua Tov, and have a great